Here we've got Khristian, Jordan, and Miller. Go ahead. Go ahead.
I guess for Khristian and Jordan, two guys who were here last year, who've seen kind of Miller come in. Coaches talked about his ability to hit shots and challenge him in other ways too. But I mean, just how much can Miller change things for you guys with his ability to stretch the floor and be on the arc?
I think Miller can do a lot of things. He can shoot the ball very well. Like you said, he can spread the floor. I think he can help us a whole lot, especially with them going to have to respect us that we can shoot this year. So.
Yeah, I think Miller adds a lot to our team. Like you guys said, he's a great shooter. Also, he can make plays, come off ball screens and make plays for that, and like there's other dimensions to the game, to his game that could really help us, move forward.
Okay. On this side, anybody? Go ahead, Mike.
Jordan, you had a pretty good trip to the Bahamas. How much energy has that brought to you, enthusiasm for this season?
I just use that experience to keep me motivated to just, I guess help me keep my head straight and try to use that energy to pull into the season really. You know what I mean? Just keep that high roller and just be that player that the team needs. And if you're doing that, I feel like it'll be good for me and the team.
Justin.
Khristian, Coach Woods talked about you a little bit earlier. Said that early on you felt like you were a little behind the eight ball, but it feels like you've kind of really come into your own sense. I guess what have you struggled with at first, and what's changed? What do you feel like you've gotten used to? What's worked for you recently?
I think it was just my confidence level was kind of down, but it's back up now, and that's really all I need is my confidence level. I think my work ethic and all that will take care of itself.
Kevin.
Miller, you're coming into a kind of a shooting role. Like Coach mentioned in the press conference, he wants more from you. What's that process been like in terms of learning the switching defense and being accountable on that side of the floor as well?
I mean, it's been good. It's the reason, one of the reasons I came here is to be pushed, to be more than just a shooter and challenged defensively and to be a better rebounder, especially at my size. So, just every day in practice, Coach Woody and all the assistants have been on me about guarding and defending and rebounding. And, shots are going to go in. Some are going to go in, some won't. But at the end of the day, they want me to shoot the ball when I'm open. But improve on guarding every possession and rebound the ball.
Tom.
Miller, you've obviously played against some of these guys before, and you get new freshmen on this team, transfers on this team, and returning guys. What's it been like in regards to all 13 of you, sort of bonding well and getting to know each other well and just becoming friends as well as players? Because it seems like you're having a good time so far.
Yeah, I think that's the biggest thing. Being the new guy on the team is not new for me, or it is new for me. But I think that's one thing that I've definitely noticed that with this team is the fact that we've become really good friends off the court. On the court we're working hard and getting better as a group, but off the court, especially in the Bahamas, was huge for us just to come together as teammates and just get closer off the court, because eventually that's going to lead to us being better on the court too. So I think it's been big.
Dylan.
I guess kind of you talked about why you came to IU a little bit, but can you kind of expand on that and what made IU the place for you and what the energy is around this program as you come into it?
Well, the energy is big time. I mean, it's the expectations are high every single year, and high this year as well, just because you have Coach Woody in here, you've got an all-star staff, you've got guys like Trace coming back, and it's just there's a lot of expectations where I feel like I thrive under pressure and under those expectations. So one of the main things, like I mentioned before, me coming here is the fact that Coach Woody wanted to help evolve my game. He knows I can shoot the ball and help stretch the floor, which is something I think I can help this team do. But at the same time, I have a lot of untapped potential to my game in terms of defensive rebounding, and I think Coach Woody is somebody who got across to me his vision for me and how I can help this team, and that was the biggest thing. Because it's not about me, it's about him bringing my best out so we can win games. games here in Indiana.
Khristian, you talked about your newfound resurgence of confidence, having seen you play in high school many times you were confident then. What has been responsible for getting that back? Is it Coach Woodson? Is it any particular coach? What has helped you get to that point specifically?
I think my mental just got a lot better, matured a lot, and I think it's like the energy, positive energy around me this year is just a whole lot better.
Jeff?
Hey, Miller, you've been around a lot of good players, played in the Big Ten, you played against a lot of good players. Give me a player's take on Trace. What is it that you see that makes him the player that he is night in and night out at this level?
I think just seeing it, having scouted against him for, 2 years in multiple games, and just seeing him in the conference from a different perspective. You see the stats he puts up, and, the scout is first and foremost all, at stopping him because, he's ahead of the snake. So, seeing him, every day just come to work and be, not take his foot off the gas in terms of rebounding, being active, and using his athleticism is just, the reason he can do it night in and night out, because he does it every day in practice. You see him, I find myself every day along with these two guys is kind of like, I've seen a lot of guys play, especially in the Big Ten, but I'm like, my jaw drops every once in a while. It's like, okay, wow. It's good to have this guy on our team. And same with these two guys. I think as you guys will see this year.
Khristian, I just wanted to ask kind of more on confidence coming into this season. For most people, you're at the age where you will be a freshman at this point, and then having reclassified. So I guess coming into this year, what has that, jumpstart year you've had on being in college allowed you to kind of help you with? And I guess kind of looking at where you were maybe this time a year ago, how has that how has that earlier year in college kind of helped you develop and kind of feel a little more comfortable coming into the age where you're the same age as any other freshman at this point?
I think it gave me a pretty good head start, to be honest, because I got the experience, a year of college early, matured a whole lot through that year, still maturing, and it's helped me a whole lot, so I feel like that year is definitely a good start.
Okay, last question, Joyce.
Miller, you talked about how you guys have become really good friends off the court, and you obviously have like your vlogs and your TikToks and all of that. How much is that important in building that chemistry off the court and then translating it to game time?
I don't think it's really that important. I just do it on my own time, just my free time. I think it's fun and it gives me something to do off the court when I'm not in the gym. But I think the guys like it, and I think it's just something new, it's something fun, just to keep things lighthearted.
All right, gang, anything for...
So like a couple things I think you'll see from me this year, better three-point shooting, or not better, just more shots, 2-point shots. Because in Bahamas, I kind of gained confidence from shooting the three, and I think that's going to be more consistent throughout the year. Also, just getting in the mix and rebounding a lot more. That's something that I think you're going to see a lot with me as well. And just being, last one is like probably just being the hustle player. Like I feel like I say this all the time, but that's just my game though. I'm the kind of guy who's going to put his body on the line for the play. You know what I mean? So that's the type of player I'm going to try to be this year when I try to.
Dustin, real quick.
Here we go, Mike. Keeping on those lines, Jordan, I guess what the change in offense is having it be more open. What do you think that does for you specifically? I mean, you always say taking a lot of shots. You have sort of a stretch four sort of experience. What do you think that change does for your game?
The new offense we have presents a lot of new opportunities for our players to make a move and not have to I guess it's not a lot of X's and O's. I mean, it's not like you go here, touch me here, and do this, do that. But it's more free flowing, and it's more like Coach Wilson always talk about play the game. You know what I mean? We're all players, and our new offense allows us to just be free and just be able to make moves. And as it for me specifically, I feel like I'm able to do things that I wasn't able to do last year. So I feel like I'm going to use the opportunity to do that.
All right, guys.